I'm never gonna get married. I don't want to get married.
Why?
There's no benefit for the man. He only has everything to lose.
What?
A man can be completely faithful to his wife, provide, protect, take care of the kids, you know, obviously when he's not working, whatever. And the wife can step out and cheat. And what's the result of that? Man has to pay alimony, has to pay child support, loses his house, loses the cars, loses everything. Why? What's the point? And then, like, it's a coin flip. Flip a coin if your marriage is going to work. Those are the odds. Those are the chances. If you want to get married, cool. Throw a wedding, put the rings on each other, say your vows, you're married. You don't have to submit nothing with the courts. Yeah.
Die alone?
The only reason why somebody is not okay being alone is because they're not okay with themselves.
Exactly. I agree.
That's it. Like, if you're not okay being alone, you have issues with yourself that you need to take care of.
Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right? And let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with, like, men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expenses. Hello, like, what kind of females do you be dating? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses. You asked me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses? Are you fucking kidding?
It's a hell of a talent to be talking the whole time without being able to move her lips, if only the words formed into a coherent speech. The woman looks like the mutant spawn of Roger the Duck and Miss Piggy. Anyway, in today's day and age, feminism has been around for quite a while, and it's only gained one virtue, which to any rational person isn't a virtue at all: greed. The hoflation crisis has gotten way out of hand in this recent update. Here is the first set of comments. Single forever button. Wish granted. Prostitution by a different name. It's a common practice now, no doubt about it. Tell me you're unemployed without saying you're unemployed. Oh, she's employed, using the world's oldest profession. Might as well start getting cats now. Chest tattoos, red flag. Brother, everything about this is a red flag. From the tattoos to the grating voice to the expectation of payment outside of the date, it's all something that should be treated like a serious issue that only a straitjacket can solve. Next clip.
Man is always right. Man is always right. When he is rich. When he is rich. I don't do 50-50. I don't do 50-50. I attract what I fear. I attract what I fear. I fear Cartier. I fear Cartier. I feel Rolex. I fear Rolex. I fear Louis Vuitton. I fear Louis Vuitton. I fear millions of dollars. I fear millions of dollars. I fear a rich husband. I fear a rich husband.
Looks like the feminists are appointing preachers to take to their natural habitat. Guys, I could probably write this scenario down to add to a video, but most people would think this is a bizarre exaggeration of how modern women now behave. They'd think it was satire, because it is. It's satire slowly morphing into what women like to call manifestation. They'll make journal entries, post blogs, make shorts, all for the sake of finding the holy grail ATM of a man that no longer exists. We've all walked away at this point. Maybe some are still going through the process, but most will never even encourage the first sentence. The comments are, I fear these women. Just avoid the street, man. They can't hurt you on the high ground. People thinking they are a satanic cult. I mean, aren't they though? Social media has ruined us as a people, lol. If you mean women, then yes. The older women in the shop are like our society is doomed. They raised them. Embarrassing. Yes. And so is your username. I'd like to say that feminism hasn't become a full-on religion at this point, but I'd be lying. It's straight up madness. Moving on.
You were also threatening me with filing a lawsuit.
It wasn't a threat. It was a court-mediated process that I have to take.
No, you said you'd go file a class action lawsuit against me.
Because I have to. If this wasn't going to be a restitution show, because I'm now in a custody situation because of the last show.
I'm not a party to your
Yeah, but you said you got
custody
100% custody because of it.
Well, I had to take 100% custody because after that situation, my ex escalated.
She yapped her way into a bind, and now she wants men to pay for it? I'm shocked. For a little bit of background, this chick hopped on a podcast a couple of times to brag about how a therapy license made her a psychic. She ranted about how she tries to make young men pay for babysitting while she goes out clubbing and didn't know about the technical details when it came to her own profession. In short, she embarrassed herself and no wanting to take accountability. She's trying to bank on the court system to make men, who aren't even part of the situation, bail her out. The top comments are, she ran her mouth, ex heard about it, and used it in court. So now she wants Brian to pay her what she lost because it's his fault she opened her mouth without thinking. Yup, that's just about sums it all up. Gold star for you. And accountability is their kryptonite. I had to take 100% custody, that's all you need to hear. You could just listen to that voice and realize she's radioactive. Nothing is her fault, like her voluntarily coming onto the show and choosing what words she said. Shocking. We all just meant to ignore the fact that there's a lass sitting there with a World War I German helmet on her napper. I see you're new here. Next clip.
What's your type?
I don't feel like I have a type with like looks. I like goofy guys. I like rich guys. I don't like broke guys. I dated a broke guy before and it just wasn't worth it. I'd rather just have someone rich. And yeah, that's basically like the one.
Now, when you say you want a rich guy, how rich are we talking?
I honestly don't really know. Like, you just have to be able to like take me out to dinner a lot, like nice dinners. I love going out to like nice restaurants and like take me shopping.
Take you shopping?
Yeah.
How would you determine that he's rich?
Well,
you gonna ask him how much you make?
All that, then like that's
You just gonna assume
that's
he's
like the
rich.
bare minimum for me.
So just take you out to nice places.
Yeah, and like take me on like trips and stuff like that. Like as long as you can afford that, like then it's good.
Can I tell you a secret? I know a lot of bums that can take you out to dinner and take you shopping. They don't have a lot of money. You got to be careful for the fake flexes. I know a lot of them. I work with them all the time.
Okay, so in terms of like, if you could put a number to it, so $1 million a year? What are we talking?
I mean, that's a good amount. $1 million a year.
Good lord. Cutting over to that creature broke my concentration. Okay, I'm ready now. Lady, you and every other train tunnel on the internet goes on these platforms and thinks they're signing up for the Bachelorette or something. You think that sharing your desire like the last woman, or the one before that, will suddenly spawn a magical prince to pay off all your multicultural gender studies loans and credit. Sorry, not sorry, sweetheart. That's not how the world works. But we have no doubt you'll find out that soon enough. Here are the top comments. Wow, I think she ate some mushrooms for Mario because she is tripping. Delusion is the drug of choice here. $1 million a year? What does she bring to the table that 1 million other girls can't do too? Easy, man. Nothing. Brings nothing to the table but being high maintenance. That attitude, she'll be single a long time and deservedly so. Bingo. It's amazing to me how these broads claim they want a rich man and don't even know what one is. Hilarious. They never want to work for it, man. If you build a relationship with someone and show that you respect him and will honor and stay loyal to him, he will give you more than your little brain can comprehend. It's a nice sentiment, bud, but you're about 1 century too late on this one. Next clip.
You should have at least 5 to 7 guys on your roster paying your bills for you.
Right? I know a really good trick to this. Instead of having 5 to 7 guys, just find one guy that will give you enough money for all of your bills. So I have this one guy. His name is my boss. I know, weird name, right? He doesn't even expect me to go out to dinner with him. All I have to do is show up for a few hours, do a little bit of work, not even that hard, and then I go home. He gives me enough money for all of my bills. It's great.
Okay, wow. This is a first in a while, people. I mean it. A chick with colored hair and a pierced nose came out with a cohesive list of facts? I'm speechless. Focusing on the hustler now, in the West, I wish I could say this isn't a common occurrence, but there are a number of women who are raking in simp money through dating instead of LonelyFans. That said, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that she isn't one of those people. She just aspires to be one, which is arguably worse. The comments are, LMAO, they can't comprehend having to actually work for their money. It's not a part of the software, man. Crazy to see. In fact, if you go out to dinner with him, you will probably get a call from his wife. Her name is HR. Clever. The very idea of having a roster is so objectifying. Like, is their money the only thing you see worthwhile in another person? Welcome to the feminist West, man. Don't stay long. Haha, there are women with this mindset. I love your response. Pick me or not, I'm actually surprised on this one. Moving on now.
Unfortunately, not all of us are materialistic, and I'm just letting you know.
And maybe that's why you're single.
because I don't chase materialism. It doesn't even make a lick of sense.
Maybe if you were, you should cool your jets and try and learn from other women that have gone ahead of you.
Cool your jets.
Cool my jets. I'm already cooling my jets. I'm in a Cessna 40. I flew here.
You're screaming, and how much did you have to drink today? Because you're screaming and you're trolling and you're being ridiculous. No offense. I'm sorry. I'm a pretty
sorry.
nice person.
Yeah, of course you're sorry because you're Canadian. But listen.
No, because I'm a kind person.
Have you ever read the book Why Men Love Bitch? Have you ever read it?
No, because I
No, you haven't read it because it's true. No, I'm serious. Why Men Love Bitch? You got to read it. Well, actually, you'd be better off reading like Freudian psychoanalysis
how old
or
are
Jungian.
you?
How old are you?
I'm going to be 37 in July, so you should shut your mouth a little bit because I
Why
know a
is
bit
that?
more than- Why is that? Because I was
Do
born
you
in
have a
1987.
husband?
No, I don't.
Okay. It's by
and
choice.
Then it's by choice. I'm waiting
Is it
for
really
the
by
right
choice?
person.
Is it really by choice?
Yes.
No, it's because you're too argumentative and you're pretending to be because you're pretending
I'm trying to get
like
the
not care.
conversation back on track because we all came here to have a discussion about relationships, and you're derailing everything. And
All right, well, don't say the F word. That's not very nice.
I can do whatever the I damn well please.
Oh
I'm
my
telling
gosh,
you
and
right
she
now.
said the H and the D word.
God.
Goodness
I'm sorry,
gracious.
I'm about ready
Is
to,
she
like,
even from
smash
Canada?
Only in a female debate can you see no answer come out of the proverbial rubble. But in the spirit of this compilation, let's focus on the materialist. For some reason, women in the modern world have gotten it in their heads that men will eventually respect their bottomless greed or somehow learn to understand it. Lady, we already understand it. That's why no real man is left for you to pick from. You might think you have someone around your arm, but that's definitely not something that will last very long. Not with the rise of hoflation the way it is. The top comments are, how is it that they both lost their arguments? They're women. They argue just for the sake of it. That's why lesbian divorce is at 70%, because men are not the problem. Bingo. Gold star for you, bro. I swear I have a headache. So much easier being around the boys than having to hear these finches. This is the way. You are too argumentative, said the obnoxious argumentative one. That kind of woman is the reason why many men prefer to be single. Seriously, man, the theme is greed here, but man, this is just a great example for MGTOW from every angle. Next clip.
Where are the men with the money that you speak of?
You got rid of them, remember? You said it wasn't fair that men made more money, and so you insisted on an equal pay, and you asked for jobs and school and money to be distributed towards you. And so the men who had money now make not as much as you. You know, just like you wanted. That's what you wanted, right? You might notice I use the same drawings every time because it's the same thing every time, that men used to make more and then you wanted equality, but men still have to pay, so now they have less money than you. And it's not because you're doing better, it's because you ask to be given for free. Here, let me show you.
We don't need empowering quotes. We need promotions.
There, you see that? It says the future is female promotions. Now, maybe you could check my math on this, but if the future is female promotions, then that would mean not male promotions. And promotions are where you get money, so then the future would be female money. Not like this, more like this, or even farther. So then the men with money would become the men without money. Because you have it.
At not one point in my life.
It's now an oldie, but it's a goodie. Women don't seem to understand that supply and demand applies to people just as much as it does to products on an economic level. It's why corrupt governments and systems desire and refuse to confront women in the workforce. Double the work, half the pay. It's one of the many contradictions we always see here. These chicks constantly talk about a desirable net worth, which they don't deserve, not realizing that the path to such a thing requires getting out of the way. The comments are, where are the girls with functioning brains? You might need to travel far away for a minute, man. Ladies, guess who's attracted to strong, independent girl bosses? Other women. And most of those arrangements end up in ugly divorce. Shocker. Stay single, fellas, and live a peaceful and happy life. The monk's philosophy is always a good one. Buddy had to explain it in a few different ways just to make sure everyone understood. All the women stopped watching because they got mad at this truth. It's an old tactic. When in doubt, flip the table. These chicks have been given more handbooks than one could count. It really doesn't change much, and we know why. Next clip. And he'll be all the better for it. This might be one of the funnier types of clips women like to post on social media because it's actually pretty layered. For one, we all know that a man isn't sitting across from her at the table. Chad hit it and quit it, and this is a rebound exercise. When there's the club outfit, which she thinks makes her look good, but she has the dimensions of a malformed disco ball. Lastly, all women like this truly believe that a man would crawl and beg for them to come back if this happened, as if they were in their own rom-coms. But there's no way in hell a real man wouldn't laugh himself to tears. The comments for this one are, he dodged a bullet. Yes, he did. If there was someone there, which there wasn't. Gold digger button, you earned a like today. Probably a good idea for every guy to say this at least once before getting serious. I think you meant C, and you're absolutely correct. Waiter, stop her. She's not paid her half. Just give her the whole bill at this point, man. Next.
I said, okay, I'm going to take the Branzino. And he said, I'm going to take the burger. And the waitress asked him, okay, how do you like your burger? He said, how he likes his burger. And do you want some cheese on your burger? And he asked, is this going to be extra? And she says, yes, it's $3 extra. And he said, okay, then never mind. I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat my Branzino and see what happens. And he's like, oh my God, you have to pay extra for everything these days. And I'm like, yeah, it's New York City. I got up and I was like, I'm going to the restroom for a second. And I took my purse and I went to the waitress and I was like, hey, I just want to pay the bill. And I just paid the bill and walked out of the restaurant, and I texted him. So I texted him, the check is taken care of, you should have gotten the cheese.
Yeah, you really missed out. I'll let the comments speak for me here. This guy suffered no losses, got a paid meal, and dodged a missile. What luck. She made the video thinking she did something. Girl, bye, he dodged the bullet. Delusion is strong here. Honestly, at this point, it would be the principle for me. It doesn't matter if you can afford $3. $3 for a slice of cheese is outrageous, lol. Very true. Imagine thinking you're right for doing this. Did she think she was winning when telling everyone this? She didn't like him, she just used the cheese as an excuse to leave. We have a winner, people. Next clip.
Can you bring me a soda? What? Can you go get me a soda? Please? Right now? Yeah.
Last 2 minutes of the game, fuck out of here.
Gotta end it with a win, people. This is a reasonable response. The top comments are, he's good, great response, great energy. How to lose a guy in 10 seconds. You dropped this, king. He's in the zone, doesn't even hear her at first, processes her insane request, responds accordingly. She knows those concessions are closed too. He ain't wrong, chill out with that, go get yourself a soda. And that's the winner on this one. Go get your own soda. Go get your own money. Get your own purpose, because in the West, ladies, it's what you all voted for.
As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.